Hey viewers and viewers, my name is Donald Red Strategist and welcome back to this game which Phil is about to tell you the name of right now.
Yeah, we're playing. Oh, so you're being hunted two. Yes, we have officially got our hands on the sequel.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, Den of Thieves have finally given us the sequel. It does. Yeah, it looks a bit the same as the original, but no, we're definitely playing the sequel here now. This is So You're Being Hunted 2.
It has no new mechanics or anything like that.
There is a new mechanic. There's now period vehicles that go around the island, which we will see very soon. I'm certain they'll show up.
Yeah.
At some point.
That reminds me that of a sorry, I'm making a couple of references to it this recording session, but there's a similar joke to that in Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe where at the very end it says let's make the sequel to the Stanley Parable, and you can basically what it is you just change the title screen, but everything else about the game is the same.
That's what's happened here. Yes, exactly. Everything's exactly the same, because don't know what Den of Thieves are doing currently.
Nah.
Yeah, there's been countless episodes saying, yeah, we're about ready. They're going to release something in February. No. Still a bit, don't know what's going on. They're reinvented at the moment, but there you go.
Yeah. How are you doing, Phil?
Me?
Yeah,
Me is great.
You is great, are you?
Yeah, it's nice. Weirdly enough, it said it was going to. There was a good chance of rain today, but it hasn't rained.
It has rained a bit down here.
No, it hasn't rained at all. There's been some black clouds, but it hasn't really rained. But it's still quite warm.
Yeah.
Not as much as it was yesterday.
Yes.
It was really hot yesterday, but it's cooled down a bit. Apparently, there's going to be some thunderstorms as well.
Indeed, it is pretty warm at the moment, very muggy and all that.
It is muggy, that's what we get. But at least the warm weather's come back again, which is good, because we had that period like a couple of months ago where it was just like horrible weather, and it was like we're in bloody autumn again. I think my prediction's coming right, because I did say we're going to get some good weather at end of July, start of August. So it's happening.
It is happening, indeed.
You know what's curious? A topic I've had that we've never done in the past, and up until now, I really don't understand why we haven't done it.
Okay.
We have done some answering of it in Q&As, like short bits of it, of how it's happened. But I think we could do an episode where we can go massively into depth on it, and that is me and you, how we started with YouTube and creating our own channels.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we have done Q&As. Like I know that in the 400th and every we've gone because people have asked, how did you start YouTube? How did you do everything? But I think we only did tiny little snippets there because obviously we had to go through countless questions.
Yeah.
So going into that field. So obviously to start, we were both not doing anything with YouTube. Obviously, when you lived up north, I would just come over and we'd just sit in front of the computer and play games.
Yes.
That was it. We didn't really have any associations with YouTube at that point or anything then, and that was then. I'd just come over and we'd play games. Now, viewers, we did silly things. We played different games, 11 hours worth.
Yes.
Of games. We did actually love, because I would come to Andrew's house at around about 11 o'clock in the morning, and then I'd leave to go home about 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. The entire day we would just do a massive content. It originally started with even before that, I would just watch you playing like the vanilla of Return to Castle Wolfenstein, or the vanilla of like doing Captain Claw, things like that.
Yeah.
It would just be that, just me watching you play the vanilla of those games.
I know, it's gaming all day and all that.
For 11 hours, yeah. Obviously we'd have breaks, but I think eventually I thought we'd need more breaks. So I know there were times where we actually went outside to play football.
Oh yeah, we'd take the ball out, have a kick around. This is years and years ago, ladies and gentlemen.
This is years ago.
Like when we're teenagers, just pre-university and all that.
Because we wanted to get a bit of fresh air on than being on the computer. But then I started to watch YouTube a bit more. I was like getting onto it and thought, this is interesting. I can't remember when I actually started officially properly, watching YouTube content. I think it would have been
2011ish, would it have been?
Yeah, it would have been a bit before, because I think I do remember doing it just as I was going into GCSE. So maybe about 2000 and...
Well, that would be about like 2006ish, would it? Or
about 2000... No, because 2006, that's when YouTube started.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, because obviously you and me are around about the same age. That would be a bit early, that 2006, 7-ish, I think. Yeah.
Maybe about 2009.
Yeah.
2010. 2010 was when I went to university, so it'd have been about then.
Yeah.
That's when I started university in 2010. So maybe 2009, 2010. That's when I started. I can't even remember what got me into it, because up until then, when I'd usually just mess around on the computer all night, but I'd just play games on my computer, and then I think I just had a look at YouTube once and thought, oh, this is quite interesting.
Yeah, she found some content on there that you enjoyed.
Yeah, so I just started watching YouTube, and then it came on, and I was watching these channels and everything, and then it came to, obviously, into 2011 and everything, still watching, and then, what do we know?
What did you find, Phil?
What did I find? This channel uploaded a top 10 list. I was like, oh, how intriguing. Top 10 indie games. And I thought, it'll be interesting to see what this video is about. So it counted down. It was like, oh, that's interesting. Number 10, number 9, 8, 7, 10. And it got to number 1. And they went, and finally, number 1, Minecraft. And I was like, Minecraft? What is this?
Never heard of it.
And then they started explaining Minecraft. And just the look of it, I was like, oh, it's a very blocky game, this. But then when I saw, oh, my God, like, you can just make anything. I was just looking at this top 10, I was like, what is going on here? This looks really good. I was watching this top 10 list, and they were explaining how Minecraft works, and you go around mining and crafting, you can build what you want, and there's like all this, and it's just like the way everything was set out, it's all pre-generated. Like, wow, this actually does look pretty fun. And I was going, wow. So I just decided, as soon as the video ended, I went to the YouTube search bar and just put in Minecraft, and that's what I put in. And the first video that popped up was Yogscast's Survival Island series.
There you go.
And I was like, now, up until that point, everyone I watched on YouTube I'd watched a lot of American, YouTubers, and I was like, okay, this would probably be another American YouTuber. But what's this Survival Island series? So I turned it on. Yogscast Survival Island. Well, at the time they're just called Blue Zephyr. So I turned it on, and they started doing it. I think, oh my God, the British. I think it was like essentially the first British YouTube I'd ever sort of watched. I was like, oh my God, the British. And so I started watching this Survival Island series. I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. This looks really fun. Plus, obviously, they were really funny. And I was like, oh, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this content. So I just started watching their entire Survival Island series, and then I got onto their actual Shadow of Israel series, which I didn't realize at the time the Survival Island was part of it.
Yeah.
I was just like, I thought it was a separate thing they're doing. So I just watched it, and that's when I introduced it to you. Now, I'm not quite sure how YouTube started for you. Where did it come from you?
Honestly, I think probably for me, properly like watching YouTube content probably would have started when you showed me the Yogscast Minecraft Escapecraft custom map. I didn't really watch YouTube before that, in all honesty, because I didn't really have any.
I don't think I showed you the escape. I think I just showed you. Oh, look, it's this channel I found.
I do remember it was Escapecraft specifically, and then from there the channel. Yeah, well, you probably showed me that as like an example of the content they'd given, and then from there, you showed me the channel and obviously like more of their content, particularly Minecraft, things like that.
I thought you'd have got a bit earlier than that.
No, but yeah, like prior to that, I mean, yeah, there's like the occasional video on YouTube I'd probably seen, but I wouldn't say there are any like real channels that I watched religiously, or indeed I didn't really even go on YouTube that frequently. It was really probably Yogscast that was the first channel I properly started religiously watching because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it was because I know I used to ring you quite a lot, and I think it's when I rung you, I think I just said, oh, I found this really cool channel.
Yeah.
You might want to see it. And so I showed it, and you had a look, and then you obviously saw it, and then did you just go into a massive video binge?
I probably did, at the time.
And I was just watching it, I thought it was so funny. And then obviously me and you just kept following the Yogscast and following, and we thought, oh, this and there was a stage where I was thinking, you were thinking, I think we should buy Minecraft. This looked really, really fun. Now, you bought it before me.
I did, yes.
That was a funny thing, You got it in beta 1.4. I think it was. Yeah. You bought it in beta 1.4, and I think I bought it in beta 1.5. Where they're starting to introduce all the new. Obviously, God, that's when they introduced like trapdoors and things.
Yeah.
Can't remember what they introduced in 1.5, but I know trapdoors in 1.4. I think it was maps as well. But yeah, you bought it before me, and then I bought it, and then we just started playing it like mad and carrying on watching Yogscast. And I think there was at one point where we I actually joined a server myself.
You did?
Did my own stuff with the server and actually became a co-owner of the server and met all these guys and had a good time with them. You didn't really do that.
No, I was always a single-player sort of person.
But I joined that and did that. And then I think we managed to get a little server. I think we played together.
We did,
Or if I didn't, you came onto this server so we could play together on there. And then we just messed around just doing that, and then I did that. And obviously, we started thinking we were playing it, and then we were watching Shadow of Israel quite a lot.
Yeah, because you have to remember, folks, this was like the heyday of sort of Yogscast Minecraft content, kind of like 2011, 12-ish, when basically, you know, Minecraft was still in its beta, and there was still that kind of very that big sort of buzz about it as a game, and everyone was watching it. That
everyone
kind
was
of thing.
Crazy, and we were just watching it as well.
And there were also 1,000,001 other channels out there that were springing up, really entertaining, like In the Littlewood, Hat Films, people like these who were also doing Minecraft, who were also very entertaining.
Sparkles.
Loads of them.
Sea Nanas, it was just massive communities around Minecraft. It was blowing up big time. We sort of started to get a bit inspired by Shadow of Israel, and hence why we thinking, because we had a few people around the time, and we went into a big call with them and discussed about doing our own big adventure thing.
And we were thinking about, basically we were thinking about setting up our own channel, weren't we, and doing Minecraft content.
Yeah.
And I remember that, obviously, that day when I came over to your place and we sat down and just had a big think about, you know, let's do it, and what should we call this channel, things like that.
Yeah. No, I came to your place and we did it there.
Oh, did we do it there? Oh,
yeah,
right.
we did it there.
For some reason I have memories of doing it.
So we did the last call for London. For people who want to see that, we've obviously done. You've gone through the maps that we were going to use for that before we shut it down. But we were bound to do that. And then at the time we decided, I came over to yours and we had a discussion. Why don't we try starting our own YouTube channel? So we started writing down names, and we were struggling. We took struggling for a long time of what to call ourselves.
So again, people, this would have been in 2011, round about then. Just to put a sort of a date on that. Yeah,
and we were just discussing, and then our first thing was, why don't we call ourselves the Virtual Adventuring Gamers? I thought, that sounds pretty good, and then we put it together.
Yes,
and it became VAG.
And the previous we thought, maybe not.
Yeah. So then we decided, well, let's scrap the gamer and just call ourselves the Virtual Adventuring Brits.
Yes.
So we called so we thought, there we go, we've got it, the VA Brits.
There you go.
The VA Brits, and we started our YouTube channel under the VA Brits, and we did content like that. We had a few other people, but unfortunately we thought it was a bit all over the place.
Yeah.
It got to a point where it got like 100 subscribers, and it just wouldn't get any further than that.
I think before we sort of get to the shutting down, though, because I think the channel lasted about a year, didn't it? But before we get to shutting down, I think it'd be interesting also just to go over, what sort of content we were actually doing that, and what sort of people we actually had.
Yeah, because obviously we wanted to go into more detail. Yeah. So we did Minecraft. Yeah, we did a bit of a.
So we had a Minecraft Let's Play for a start, like a base vanilla thing. And I remember it was ridiculous because I think we sort of started that when it was in beta 1.8, and it's funny because we were sort of having episodes where we were like, "And this is how you make a pick," and it's like people are not interested in that. People already know how to do that. But
did you say this is how you make a pig?
Pick.
Oh, pig. This is how you make a pig. How is pig formed? Well, Mummy and Daddy Pig get together.
Feel a bit frisky.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I don't know why we did that.
But we did.
I remember that was because that was the sort of first time you were on. Oh my, you were super reserved.
I was.
You hardly
spoke. I was very quiet. Yeah. If you want to see an example episode from that series, one of the only surviving episodes of that, you can find it on my channel, John Red's Imperial Archive, along with a custom map we did.
Yeah, because we did that as well, Levi's Nightmare, which I managed to, because I still had those files on my computer. I sent them over to you.
Yeah.
And those. So we did that. Another thing that's been done to death. And Levi's Nightmare was probably a custom map that didn't be done loads of times.
Yeah.
But we did that, and that obviously wasn't doing much.
No.
So, but there were other things going on. Like, you did a bit of. I think you were doing custom maps Return to Castle Wolfenstein as well.
I was doing a little bit of RTCW stuff. Not much, but a little bit. And I think I do remember, didn't you at one point start like a playthrough of a Minecraft custom mod that was kind of like a sort of Zelda-y adventure kind of thing?
I think there was something like that. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, I can't remember
exactly.
I
also did some mods as well. I think there was one where I went over the elemental creepers.
Oh yeah, and you also did Monarch of Madness. Do you remember that one?
Monarch of Madness. Yeah.
You did a full on your own.
Which is I always regret not saving those.
I know.
I horribly regret shutting down the channel. We should have saved the video files before we did that.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, Ray, and all that.
Yes, past. And we also had some other people who did their own. Like there was 2 guys who did like a bit of Dead Island.
Yes, Arwag, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and Camel. Yeah. And there was also for a bit, what's his face from Sweden, Beer Cake.
Yeah,
did his Amnesia.
He did a bit of Amnesia. He did some Minecraft custom maps with us. We did a Christmas one, I believe.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did a Christmas one. But yeah, he did some Amnesia, the Dark Descent stuff. So that was basically it ran for about I think it was 2011 to 2012.
Yeah.
Because I remember we were doing a while, because that was the time I was in university.
Yeah.
And
I wonder where Beer Cake is these days. Because the thing is, like, pretty much after our channel shut down, I don't really remember like having any contact with him.
I think he went to do his own channel. He was actually doing quite well.
I have no idea if he's still on YouTube these days or not.
Yeah,
because it's been so many years.
I think we better get to the horrible point where we decided we had a discussion, me and you, and we're just looking. It got to 100 subscribers and it was just stuck.
Yeah, and I think on top of that, the content on the channel was getting kind of incoherent. Yeah. There's like lots of different things going on. It was like, okay, it's becoming a bit of a mess, this channel.
Yeah, we thought maybe we should close it down.
Which, in retrospect, is kind of I don't know. I always thought, in retrospect, now that I'm older, I sort of look back on that reason, and think that's a terrible reason for shutting it down because it's incoherent. Because that's not to say you couldn't make it more coherent. If you stop doing certain things and then focus on others, things like that. Which, it's one of those things. I suppose when you're younger, you just do.
We should have kept the content, or we should have.
Just left it up.
Downloaded the files.
Yeah.
But I don't know if YouTube would. If we'd have just left it there, I don't know if YouTube will say they'll have automatically cancelled the account.
Yeah, probably they would have eventually purged it several years down the line.
So probably get the video files. We'd need to download the video files, and then we'd have had them. It'd be good to look back on them. But we decided then, and so we shut it down. And I regret I did press the delete button without considering. We both didn't come up with a plan. Oh, hang on, shouldn't we save these first?
Yeah. I know, it's one of those things I regret as well, but hey, it happened.
And so we deleted it, and we decided, you know what, this needn't be the end. This needn't be the end. Why don't we go our own separate ways and create our own YouTube channels?
Yeah.
So we did. I also forgot to mention, I did do some Minecraft note block.
You did, yes.
Yes, as well. Well, on the VA, but it's a few of those. And you've actually saved one that I did of my own.
Yes.
Yeah, you took one, which is on your channel.
There is one, yeah. I can't remember which playlist of mine it's in now, but there is a video. Phil made a Minecraft note block studio contraption, and we actually just did it as a random video here on the General Red channel.
I made my own MIDI file and then put it into Minecraft Note Block Studio because I'm not going around making the old note block. Take ages to do it. Yeah, so I use that software and it actually makes it within the game, and you export it to Minecraft, and so that's on there. But I did those. But so we decided to go our own way, and now I obviously went to. I actually did two. I did the British Influence and the Music Maestro, which I did. But I started the British Influence where I did,
which is basically a YouTube channel that Phil set up at one point.
At one point, I did a Call of Cthulhu. I did some.
You did like 2 episodes of Call of Cthulhu and then some music stuff.
Yeah, I think I did the Caramel Dancing.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Because you can do in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, you can do fireworks and laser light shows. So I did it to that. It took me ages to create that.
I see. Yeah.
But the famous meme, the Swedish Caramel Dancing.
I just remember one little weird music video you had where the background visual was basically just your sort of literally a smiley face.
I think I was on the bridge. But unfortunately, university just got to me, and I stopped uploading to that channel, and it sort of went.
That is sad though, because university and stuff going on IRL was a big reason why a lot of our sort of plans, particularly for like the VA Brits, didn't really come to fruition. Like
Last Call for London,
the adventure series we were going to do, that didn't, because at one point we did have a server for that, and we did have a team of people.
Yeah, if we'd have done it a bit earlier or a bit later, we probably had the time to. But we had to focus on our studies because it's quite important.
Indeed.
But I went. It sort of went a bit for me. However, it didn't for you.
No. I managed to find time, and all this time, you know, from 2012, the John Red Strategist channel just kept going and going and going.
Yeah, you started in you did well. We've also got 2 videos where we do our reactions to your first ever first ever video, which is the channel introduction video, and your first ever like proper video, which is like the Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Night of the Opera.
That's
that
the
was
one.
It. We reacted to that.
First ever RTC custom map that I did on the channel.
And it was horribly laggy. The audio was completely out of sync.
Because I was on a very old PC there, which just for some reason had real problems syncing up the audio and visuals. It was just... And I was also using Fraps as well back then, before Bandicam.
Oh god, Fraps, which use up loads of space. Yeah, so that's... that there, viewers, is sort of how it came to be.
Indeed.
And how we came from just sitting in the same room together, just playing games, into deciding to create YouTube.
Yeah.
And then watching. Yeah, all that time during university when Minecraft was big, I would non-stop watch the Yogscast.
Yeah.
Because it was just so good, especially when they're doing their video, and then they're doing all the custom maps and have a go at them and doing the mods.
The thing is, I mean, like Minecraft, I remember there was a period, sort of 2011, 12-ish, when, you know, I'd say Minecraft...
You couldn't move. You couldn't move for Minecraft
not
stuff.
just
you
that,
just hear it in the streets.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I played Minecraft the other day.
No, I was going to say, you know, I would say Minecraft probably was one of the first probably like video game addictions I probably had, because there was a period where I remember like there was no other video game I was playing other than really Minecraft. Occasionally a bit of RTCW, but yeah, Minecraft did take over my life for a while, like watching content of it on YouTube and then actually playing it.
Well, you did your own little thing, Marine Adventure. I remember that.
Oh god, that's on the General Red Strategist channel. Yeah, god, my 19-episode Marine Adventure, which eventually I stopped doing because it wasn't really getting any views. But wow, man, that was so long ago. That was like one of the earliest series on my channel. That after RTCW,
and now it's still good, but it's not as strong as it once was. Minecraft. Although it has got, oh my god, when I've looked at the amount of new stuff it's got in it, and I'm just looking at things, because sometimes I read just as fun for TV tropes that go for all different, you know, various different things happen in video games, and then some things happen in Minecraft, it goes blah blah blah, and the piglins, and I'm like, what the bloody fuck is a pigling? And it says the Illagers.
Oh, the Illagers.
Like, for God's sake, what's all this new stuff?
Yeah. Thing is, like, Minecraft on YouTube has had a little bit of a renaissance in past years. Maybe not. It's not been anywhere near as big as 2011-12, but certainly it has become popular again. I think it certainly feels that way to me anyway.
There's a bit of popularity, but it's not at the strength it was in 2011-12.
No, not
that
quite
was when
there.
it was all over the place. Honestly, you couldn't move for Minecraft.
Indeed.
It was just everywhere. And obviously they were churning out loads of Minecraft merchandise and everything as well. And then obviously the big Minecon in 2000, where they put it into full release.
Are they still running those each year? Because I know there was a time when, you know, each year they would run one, but I don't know if it's still a thing anymore.
I'm not sure because obviously had a bit of they've had a few furores. I know when Notch and the Ozcast had a few furores with one another when they were there.
God, you see, I will be honest, I know I've sort of talked about this sometimes over the years about, you know, shouldn't I do Minecraft content on the General Red Strategist channel, and generally I've sort of held off on that basis of, well, there's so many channels out there who've already done it, so many people who are bigger than me who are already playing it, but the older I get, the more I think to myself, I should just maybe not listen to that voice, and I should just do what I want to do, because it's my channel at the end of the day, and, you know, I'm not doing this for a career, though that's not to say if obviously my channel blew up I wouldn't do it, you know, and try and monetize it, but you know, like there's lots of big YouTubers who I've watched, like Jacksepticeye, for example, who say you shouldn't really worry about too much about that kind of thing. If you want to do something, you should just do it and not kind of worry too much.
Mentality. There's that mentality. Also, if you do have a time to come monetize, we'll have to hold off on the swearing, because I don't think YouTube. It's the policy now. They don't like you swearing within like the first 10 minutes. After that, you can swear to your heart's content.
Yeah, it's something funny about the algorithm. It's sort of like the first, however long it is of the video, however minutes it is. Obviously, it's definitely very kind of sensitive, but after a while, it suddenly stops being sensitive.
Yeah, so you can't show things like pictures of guns or say death or things like that. So if we did, you'd have to bleep it out.
Yeah, or use some euphemistic terminology, unaliving things and all that.
Yeah, that's what people do.
Yeah.
I remember there was a point where even saying COVID, I didn't want that.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah.
They're like, they're just to get you for anything. Right, you said shit in the first 3 minutes. Right, no money for you.
It's because of the apocalypse and all that happened a few years back.
And they're saying, oh, yes, we YouTube and we want to be a bit more kid friendly, but you've got a subdivision called YouTube Kids.
Indeed.
So I don't understand. Oh, I said death. What they don't like it because you don't want you to say the word death. Death is a very negative, horrible thing. Yeah, but death happens.
Yeah,
it's part of the life of a biological organism. Death happens.
Kids are going to have to learn about it at some point. Yeah. Plus swearing helps relieve stress. It's been scientifically proven as well. Teach kids that there are bad words out there that in certain social contexts probably best not to be saying, things like that.
Yeah. But you don't have to go and you can't show some channels where they've shown a picture of gun, but they've had to blur out the gun.
It's
you
ridiculous.
Can't show the gun. Why? Yeah. Oh, because it's a device that causes death.
Yeah, I mean things like with any social media, and YouTube's no exception. If you're a parent, you shouldn't be allowing your young children on it in the first place. Up to a certain age, kids shouldn't even be on this site anyway. So it's not our responsibility as content creators.
Can't stop it though. Yeah,
that's true. Sometimes you can't stop it, but I feel like if anything, it should be a parent's responsibility to kind of moderate what their kid is.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Also, I think it's sexual content as well. You can't put as well.
True.
But sex happens. How do you think the species procreates?
I think there's certainly videos on my channel where I've done like raunchy VNs and games. Like I'm pretty sure some of my honey pop content probably has been age restricted over time.
That reminds me, you need to bloody get to honey pop too.
I do. Yes.
That was one of the ones that I think that was the longest thing we've ever done on your channel. The honey pop we did a 3 hour.
Yeah.
That was back before we did. Back before when I used to come over to your house. And we did a 3 hour honey pop. Yeah, but you do need to get to honey pop too.
I do.
Try and give that one a whirl.
I
don't understand why they maybe if you're too, but you have to learn about sex and procreation and guns and death and things like this at some point.
Yeah,
they have to be learnt about. I mean, death is it is not something that's nice, but it's not something you should blur out or stop.
Yeah. The thing is, I just think it's just, it shouldn't really be our responsibility as content creators to have to fucking censor pretty much everything because there might be a 3-year-old, who's watching.
You have to use euphemist terms like people when they were doing it going unalive, but that's just such a silly word.
It is.
Quite clearly, it means death.
Yeah.
Unalive. It's the opposite of being alive. I mean, plus it's not even a word.
Indeed. Well, there you go.
And when you first think of it, even if you're a 4-year-old, you're going to understand what the word unalive means. What does unalive? It means So they're going to learn because in school. They're going to go and learn that in their English language class, that means the opposite of something, and they're going to think, hang on a minute, people are saying unalive. Well, hang on a minute, that's the opposite of being alive, so that's dead.
Yeah.
So,
things like young kids as well. I think young kids sometimes are a lot more resilient than we think, and can actually handle certain things better than we sometimes think they will. So it's if you're talking about them with death, sure, that may be upsetting at first, but actually, we just couch it in language of, they're at peace now. That's it. Nothing can hurt them. They're fine.
Yeah. Well, one of the worst things was where they tried to block out COVID. Why? It was a pandemic thing around the world. People need to know about it, for God's sake.
Indeed.
Stop. Oh, no, says YouTube. No, you've got to be quiet on the matter. Can't say that word. Can't say COVID. Oh, but anyway. Yeah. But that was it. Yeah, it was interesting there to go into sort of in depth of how how it all started with us, where we started just from sitting in your house just playing games, doing bugger all, and then to actually starting proper like YouTubing and doing recordings together, and then doing our own channel and then things like that. Because I know, we have answered this in Q&As, how we started YouTube, but we only did like a quick synopsis because obviously we had tons of questions to get through. So we did it as a quick synopsis. But now, indeed, I'm surprised this is one of the things we have not done sooner.
I know. Seems surprising that we haven't talked about it. Well, that was a good discussion, that, Phil.
Yeah. Now people truly know what to say and how it all started. So now you know properly where it all began.
Yeah, indeed. All right, well, we'll wrap up here then, folks, because, looking at time, probably time to get some food fairly soon for the evening.
Yeah.
All right, so as usual, my social media links are down below, along with a link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested in that. Obviously, likes always appreciated if you enjoyed the video and all that. Thanks for joining me then, Phil.
Hi, it's been a good little discussion.
This is us signing off now. Goodbye, everybody.
Arrivo.
Jesus.
There we go. That's it. That's a very gassy Italian man.
Yes, very gassy Italian man indeed. Goodbye, everybody. See if we can get it. 2 lives. Okay. Good lord. It's that parrot that's always the freaking problem in this one. Okay, he's going to come back again. Right, wait for him. Right, up. Okay, he just goes all the way along there. Freaking pirate. Or naval dude. Shit! God dang, sometimes it's like you don't quite grab onto the ladders and things, which is slightly annoying. That parrot's going to be an issue. Doing it tight here, but we're getting there, Oh, come on! Oh well, I can go over here though. God, that crab down there is going to be an issue, isn't it? Right, go this way. Fuck! Oh, I ran out of lives! I mistimed the jump!